Good morning, dear friends. In the last couple of lecture, we have seen what are the different control region of energy conversion system and what is meant by tip speed ratio control, pitch angle control, and how one can do the simulation of wind turbine model and tip speed ratio control. Today, we are going to learn about what is meant by solar energy conversion system, especially that is like the introduction of solar energy conversion system. Let me share my presentation. So the outcome of this today's presentation is how to collect the solar energy. We know what is meant by solar energy. That means from the light wave, we are from the sun, we are converting that to the electrical energy. So how one can collect the solar energy? Then what is meant by solar collector and the importance of the solar collector? Also the types of solar collector and the merits and demerits of each types we are going to learn today. Let us go to the solar energy conversion system. In the solar energy conversion system, we know the sunlight. There is having different ways to get the electrical power from the sunlight. I will explain through this animation one by one what are the possibilities to extract the power from the solar energy. So sunlight will passes on to the concentrator. This concentrator is like a dish type. You can see there. All sunlight will be fall on the plate, right? There is having two types of concept, reflection and refraction. I will explain further slide where we will use reflection and refraction. So all the sunlight will be focused on or concentrated on one place. That is called as concentrated. So we know if we project some glass or anything towards the sun, so the sunlight will be projected to this. Sunlight will be focused on the glass, right? So like that, we should have some dish type of one equipment where all the sunlight will be collected together. So that is called by concentrated. All the sunlight will be concentrated together. Then it will be converted. So once the sunlights are concentrated together, surely it will generate a heat, right? So we can use the heat energy for getting the steam from the water, right? So we can heat the water through that heat energy generated by the sun, and we can convert that into the steam. The steam output we can give to the turbine. So the velocity conversion, that means steam flow, will be converted into the mechanical energy. Then the mechanical energy turbine will be connected to the electrical output. So maybe you can use the generator. So like that, this is the one way of concept to get the electrical energy. So sunlight will be passed to the concentrator. The concentrator will focus, all the sunlight will be focused on the one place. Automatically heat will generate. The heat energy will be used in the boiler to heat the water. So we will get the steam. So that high pressure steam we will convert that into the turbine. So that will be converted into the mechanical energy. So mechanical energy through the electrical generator, that will be converted into the electrical, and we can get the electrical supply. This is the one way of getting the solar energy conversion system. Another way is we will get the solar light will be passed on the concentrator, and it will be that from the concentrator output, that light will be focused on the PV cell. So what will happen? The solar panel, PV panel, the PV panel will produce the electrical output. So this is the another way of collecting the sunlight and converting to the electrical energy. I hope you understand. First one is sunlight to concentrator, concentrator output to steam, then steam engine output to mechanical turbine, then turbine output to electrical by the generator. Second one will be sunlight will be focused to the concentrator, that focused sunlight will be passed to the PV panel. So we know PV panel will provide the electrical output, so like that we will get the electrical supply. Then third one will be from the sunlight we can directly pass without concentrator, we can pass the sunlight everything to the PV panel. From that we can get the electrical output. So these are all the three ways of solar energy conversion. Let us go to the solar concentrator. What is meant by solar concentrator? As I explained already, solar concentrator is nothing but it will collect the sunlight from the large area and it will focus to the small receiver or exit. So it is normally made up of transparent plastic or the glass. So the solar concentrator normally it will be made up of transparent plastic or the glass. So then let us see, first we analyze. Already I told you in the previous slide, solar energy can be directly connected to the PV panel. Solar will directly fall to the PV panel. From the PV panel we will get electrical energy. In this case there is no concentrator is required. So other cases solar energy is passed to the concentrator. Concentrated output will be passed through this PV panel. PV panel will be get the electrical output. So with the concentrated and without concentrated, we are going to learn how it will be works. So that's what the without concentrated, that sunrise always pass to the PV panel and electricity will be generated. So this is called as without concentrated. And with the concentrator, sun rays directly focus to the solar concentrator. So the solar concentrator focused all the solar energy to the solar panel, the PV panel. So when we see this, in this first time without concentrator, we required bigger PV panel. We required since there is no focus, right? Big PV panel, but the sun. Here the solar with the concentrated, we require small PV panel. Why? The solar concentrated collect all the sun rays and focus to the one place. So that is why we require less PV panel. So we will get once the PV cells get the photons and this from the sun rays they get it will be converted to the electrical energy. So the PV panel, how it will be converted, everything we can detailedly learn it in the next class. Then let us see the merits and demerits of solar concentrator. I already told you that merits means it is reduce the dependency of the silicon cell. So at the time silicon cells are required, PV panels are required, right? So solar concentrator, if you use it, solar PV panel is very much less. So we don't need to depend much the silicon cells. Then increase the intensity and efficiency also. Already you know all the solar energy sun rays will be passes to the solar concentrator, all will be focused together. So increase the intensity of the light as well as the efficiency. Then third point with the solar concentrator is it will reduce the total cost of the whole system. Why? If we use solar panel, our PV cell will be very less, size will be very less. So the cost will be automatically reduced. Let us see about the demerits. It degrade. What happened? This solar, if we use concentrator, the concentrator will focus everything to one particular place of the PV cell. So the PV panel, it will be heated up and the lifespan will be reduced in the PV cell. That's the one demerits of solar concentrator. The second one will be for tracking system is required. Based on the solar concentrated output, PV panel go entirely for getting the clear focused ray. We require the tracking system based on the direction of the sun. So this solar panel required. So if we use solar concentrator, it require additionally tracking system. As I told already, this all solar light will be focused on the PV cells. We require surely the PV cell will get damaged. So due to that, need a cooling system in the PV to ensure the optimum performance of the solar panel. So these are all the three merits and demerits of the solar concentrator. Let us go to the next slide. Based on the design, what are the different types of solar concentrator? Parabolic concentrator, normally it is reflector type. Hyperboloid concentrator, also reflector type. That means once the light passes, it will be reflected. So then that's why we call it as the parabolic concentrator, also reflector type. Hyperboloid concentrator, also reflector type. Then Fresnel lens concentrator, also refractor type. Refractor type means it will be, when the light is passed, it will go inside. So that is called as refractor type. Compound parabolic concentrator, also reflector type. Then dielectric totally internally reflecting concentrator. This is hybrid type. What is meant by hybrid type? It has the effect of reflection as well as refraction. Then flat high concentration device, hybrid type. This is also, since it has reflection as well as refraction. Then quantum dot concentrator, that is like a luminescent type. That means luminescent means light will pass on through the photons. So that is called as luminescent quantum dot concentrator. Let us see one by one what are the constructions wise, what are the difference, and how the each component will be everything in the next class. I hope you understand what is meant by concentrator and different types of concentrator. The next class we are going to learn different types individually, how the working will be, and the merits and demerits of each concentrator. Those who have not subscribed the channel, kindly subscribe. We will see in the next class. Thank you.